Hello everyone, and welcome to the Impression Stand. Not to be confused with the Recession Stand, which is where you might lose your job, your money, and your family. Anyway, this is the Impression Stand, where I give reviews or first impressions of new products, movies, games, just really stuff I just want to talk about and share with you guys. Today we have the HTC Vive Deluxe Audio Headstrap sent by HTC themselves. This goes for about $100 US, and it sort of upgrades what we already know about the, in my opinion, most robust PC VR headset you can get, at least at the consumer grade level. Rift is, of course, good as well. So let's go ahead and talk about what I like and don't like about this product. So to talk about a product, I really want to talk about setting up the product first. We have a really just, I'd like to say a very overly simple way of putting this thing together. You have to take off the old cloth strap, which was basically decaying slowly at this point, and it was just never, the more it decayed, the more it got just crappy fabric, just slowly all the concealed strings coming out. The least comfortable it was to wear and to show off. It looks, an $800 product looks like a $200 product when you have that cloth strap just slowly just dying out on you, and it looks terrible. Here we still have cloth, of course, on the top, but for the most part, it's actually sort of a, I guess it's like a nice rubberized plastic feel. It's pretty nice. Like I said, as long as the top fabric is a little bit the same. So maybe this will decay in a year. I mean, I only had this for about 4 days, so I can't really say whether or not that will stay the way, because as it currently stands, it looks just beautiful the way the entire thing is put together. Very nice design. Just, it feels premium. It really does. However, back to setting it up, the way it's set up is you pull out these little tabs on the old cloth strap, and you have to literally, this is literally in the instructions, I'm not kidding. It says with the palm of your hands, press the strap's buckles to the connectors on the headset using the palm of your hands until you hear a click to fix them in place. So here I took it off. I hated to do it, but I wanted to do it for registration, like demonstration purposes, but you literally have to do this. This is an $800 product, and you are literally strangling it as hard as you can just to get this thing to snap in. It stresses me out having to do this. This is something that we know is fragile. You can't put this thing out in the sun and it will break, you know? So I guess they maybe planned after the thought. Maybe they didn't expect consumers to actually do this. Maybe they even expect that they needed to sell this later. But after all the praise that Oculus got for their integrated headphones and all the complaints we got about the little wire that would, when you're playing with the headset, you get tangled around your arm. This is probably why, it was probably an afterthought, I would say. But that was very scary putting this thing together the first time. I thought I was not going to get it. I thought I was going to break the headset. But nope, it worked. I did get in, despite being terrified of doing so. But other than that, the setup was pretty easy at that point. You really just has a nice little part here where you, instead of, on the old headset strap, you would run the wire on the top through the back. On this one, it's actually very different. You run it through the side, right into this hole, and then you have a Velcro piece, which I'll probably showing you right now, where you attach it to the back, and it really does wonders for how how it just feels. The wire doesn't feel as obtrusive as it was when it was pulling on the top of your head. It just feels a lot more natural, and since you're turning around a lot usually in these more intense VR games, this just feels like you're going to be naturally more careful and more aware, and it's really nice. As far as anything else goes, the actual weight distribution, which the wire is definitely part of that, this thing is just miles better than the actual cloth product. The cloth is just so light in the back, and the headset has all the front weight. But now that we have all the
the plastic and stuff on the back, it actually feels like your head is actually weighing it out perfectly. So that's a huge plus. As far as getting it on and off, I just want to say this real quick. If you're a developer wanting to make VR games, I even talked about this. I got some impressions from a developer who already has one of these, like a VR dev. I won't say their names, but they're saying they like this, but it's a lot more difficult to put it on and take it off as the other one, because the other one you can just kind of keep on your head and put it up a little bit, but this one, due to the fact that it's just kind of adjusted it a little bit, and it's just, it's not very malleable. It's a lot more annoying if you want to take it off and on, because, developers do that. And if you're giving a lot of demos to people, like maybe you're in a convention and you want to give a lot of demos, maybe this, I don't know if you want to, this is a nice part of the product. You probably don't want to be showing this off to too many people unless you have a lot of these, but yeah, it's great for keeping it on, but taking it off and on, I know it's a select few people that care about that, but I just wanted to state that while I go further. But as far as having it on, man, this thing really changes this thing quite a bit. In my previous, I did a review of the entire HTC Vive product about a full year of use, basically. I decided, hey, I like the Vive, but now that I have a year of using it, let me review it and see what I still think about it. And I did that review, and I had some complaints, and a lot of them had a lot to do with the old strap that it was, and stuff like that. And this thing really actually took away a lot of those problems, just with the integrated audio, especially. So let's talk about that. So the best part of the integrated audio is, one, you don't have a wire. That is, I was already talking about this, but when you're playing VR with the old Headstrap and you have to have a little crappy headphone cord, and it's right in front of you near your arm, and you're constantly kind of getting tangled and stuff, it is incredibly annoying. It makes you lose your immersion. But with this thing, the only wire you have to deal with is the one that goes through the side, and it's even less obtrusive than the old version, and it has made the improvement a lot better. I said in my year review video that I wouldn't even use headphones when I played VR games. I would just run it loud over the speakers because I didn't even want to deal with it. But now that I have this, and now because I have the surround actual audio, this has made VR great for me. But it's an expensive product, right? $100. You're paying $100 for something that I feel should already be included in upcoming Vives. Like, if you're buying a new Vive right now, I don't understand why they don't keep the $800 price tag and just ship them with these things automatically, because honestly, $100, you're making everyone pay $100 for this. And yes, it's a great product and it'll improve your experiences a lot. But for new people, they should be getting this like all the time. We have Oculus that sell their headset for like about $500, and it comes with integrated audio. I don't see a reason why this plastic and nice foam, and that's really all it is mostly, is not also included with new headsets in the future. I feel like in next generation Vive products, it definitely will be included, but they just gotta get that out there. This really improves the product a lot. So really, I guess my bottom line is whether or not you pay $100 for this product depends on how much you hate the cloth that comes with the Vive now. The cloth head strap is terrible. I really always complained about it a lot with people online. I talk about it like it was all we had, and the Vive is so great, and having this thing really improves the experience a lot more. So I would say, is that $100 worth it to you? Well, it's like I said, it's a great product because the original part of the product wasn't so good, right? And that you have to kind of judge with your wallets at that point. I think it's worth it. It's really sad, but it really does help your VR experiences a lot, because it's really great. maybe want to wear it longer. Like, this thing is so much more comfortable than the old one because you have these foam padding on the back and stuff, and it's a lot more comfortable to wear. And with the wires I was explaining earlier, and it's a great package altogether, and I think it's worth it. But that's because I hated the cloth product. I hated having the headphone cord. I hated all that stuff about the original Vive Headstrap. So for me, it would be worth it. So for you, well, I'll let you guys decide. Anyway, please let me know what you thought about this review and first impressions. I had this for 4 days. It's made VR a lot better for me. And I hope if you get it, you agree with what I said. And just like I said, let me know. If you also enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe, and do all those other things. Until then, I'll see you next time in the impression stand. See ya.